You're listening to the Ask Drone U podcast. You ask, we answer your drone questions. Whether you're here to turn your passion into profit or you simply fly for fun, we're a community of learners and teachers who aspire to achieve greatness. We are
Drone U.
Picture this, Rob. The sunset, the light shining through the bushes, golden tones just everywhere.
Sounds beautiful.
Sounds like a shot that a lot of people I know couldn't get. But guess what? You can if you go to videoblocks.com/drone creator. Why? Very simple. Huge collection
Ouch.
of copyright-free video and audio clips for your usage. One low fee, instant access, all of it. Videoblocks.com/drone creator. Boom! Welcome to another awesome episode of Ask Drone U. I am your overly rambunctious host, Paul.
I think we love your rambunctiousness.
I think people
Mr.
love
Paul.
the balance that you give.
You know what? It's a good balance. It's working, and it's a lot of fun, and we thank you for listening, and you're listening to episode number 610. I hope you're having a great day, and thanks for chilling with us.
Yeah, thanks for hanging out with us, whether we're coming to you over the speakers in your car, whether you're watching us on the YouTube.
The YouTube.
We're happy to be here with you.
Absolutely, we are. And we have another good question.
Talking about travel today.
Travel and pricing, and
How do you charge for
how
it?
do you mix the two?
How do you, yeah,
I mean, it costs money to go from point A to point B.
true.
So you have to factor that in somehow. And John, actually here in New Mexico, is wondering how you do that, how we do that.
Let's hear the question, Robbo.
Hey, what's up, guys? My name is John. I'm an RPA pilot in the Air Force here in New Mexico and just started an aerial filming drone company. My question today has to do with charging customers for travel. Do you charge per mile or do you just work it into the price? And how do you do that while still remaining competitive? Appreciate it, guys. I hope to hear this on the podcast. Thanks.
Thank you, John. And I don't know, Paul, what do you think? There are various ways to look at this, right? Some people might just build it right into the overall package price and not segregate it or separate it out.
Which is a very, very smart strategy.
Yeah, it can be. Some people might want to see, it kind of depends on the client. Like you might have a client that you know might want to see that kind of detail. They might even ask you for that kind of detail, in which case we've done proposals where we've spelled out each of the different pieces for them. And we've never had anybody say, ooh, nope, not paying for that hotel.
Nope, that hotel's too nice. Can't do that. Actually,
We know of a good KOA you guys can stay at.
That's never happened.
Right.
But that's a good question, and I feel like the answer is different depending on where you are in the drone life cycle. If that makes sense.
Yeah,
if you're
meaning
new, you're trying to get new clients, you're trying to be really hyper competitive to just get the names under your belt, just get the different things, just get your name out there, build that reputation. You're going to be in a different boat than someone who's already built their reputation,
right,
who is already known for having a very high quality. So if you are new, you're going out there, you're competing against a bunch of people. In this case, it seems like we're kind of between 0 and halfway in the life cycle of the drone life cycle for this guy, which is great, awesome, more power to him. I would say for him, in order to be more competitive, I would set some sort of limit to make your clients feel included. So what I would do, and what I do now, is anything that's within an hour drive, I don't really charge extra travel for. If it's beyond an hour's drive, I'm going to charge for that hour of time, and I'm probably going to charge for the mileage. For me, the way that we do it here at Drone U is we just say, look, this is the cost for the job. This is the cost to fly. This is our hotel cost, and we're going to charge you $100 or $150 per diem for food, whatever it is.
Right, exactly.
So, and when I work for Marriott, this is how it works too. Here's the package cost. Here's the travel cost. Oftentimes I get last minute deals with them because I'm already traveling. And then the Marriott, she got a promotion. She's a big deal now.
Wow.
Anyway, I'm friends with her on Facebook, and she always, oh, you're here? Can you get this resort really quick? Yeah, sure, $4,000. Okay, cool. Pff. It's that simple. So going back to that, I just wanted to tell that story because I think it's important for people to understand that you could be in a different place depending on where you are in the drone life cycle. That being said, if you have established your reputation, you should have no problem. And even if you haven't established your reputation, you should have no problem charging people for your travel. If you find that competition has undercut you because they don't have to travel, I think it is definitely a good idea to say, okay, look, if you're getting a bid for $3,500 and you're not being billed for travel, I'll do it for $3,500. Because at the end of the day, you want to show the client that you care, because then they're going to come back over and over and over again.
That's right. But that said, I think it's good to understand that the companies that are hiring you, in the vast majority of cases, particularly when they know that you're coming from X city, going to their city or whatever, their resort, whatever the case may be, they understand there's travel involved. I think they expect that that's part of the cost that they're going to have to cover to get you there.
I agree.
So just go in with that perspective that you're not surprising them. And I would also say, don't necessarily try to build profit into your travel. That's not something that we do. Be reasonable with it.
You don't?
For example, no,
I'm
no.
kidding, Rob.
No, we don't want to do that. And you might even disagree with that. Some people might say, no, I had a 10% load to everything, and that's fine. You can have that strategy.
There are days, look, let's be honest, there are days, and guys shouldn't feel bad about it, when you're traveling and you have $150 per diem and you spend $50 because you never even got a chance to step inside of a restaurant.
I'm not saying tell them, never mind, keep the 100. I mean, that's not what we're saying at all. But you want to make sure you set it up such that there's enough there to eat reasonably, live reasonably while you're there. But if you don't use all that, that's fine. Then I suppose you could call that extra profit. But yeah, just expect that that's part of the equation, and people understand that. Companies understand that.
I agree. I'm not really sure what else we have to say about this. Confidence is key. When you're talking to a client, don't be like, oh, well, since you're 90 minutes away, I'm going to have to charge 51 cents per mile. Don't do that.
Yeah.
Rob, you want to play Bob the client?
Sure.
Okay. Hey, Bob. It's a little bit
hey,
out.
Paul.
Hey, sweet hairdo. Your location that you want me to film is a little bit outside of my operating area. Normally, I don't charge clients for travel when it's within an hour of my property. It's pretty easy. But seeing that your property is a little bit out of the way, I am going to charge you travel, but I've included it in the total price, so there are no surprises. Is that going to work for you?
Well, we've heard great things about your work, so we're willing to make sure that gets covered for you as well.
Perfect. All right. Well, let's get to town.
Let's get to town.
Let's get to work.
Something else that you said that I think could be a great goal for people, John, whoever, is when you're going on a vacation, when you're going to go check out a resort, whatever, that's pretty amazing that you can be there. She sees that you're there and says, hey, Paul, I see that you're at such and such place. Why don't you fly?
Mm-hmm. It's happened twice.
Try to make that happen.
I think I'm so glad you brought this up, because it goes to show the network effect. And I was just thinking about this, right? I'm shooting Worlds again this year, and I'm dealing with getting the necessary information to fill out the permit for the Canadian drone police. Mm-hmm. And it's just fascinating to me, because I can connect with these people more and they listen to me more when I'm friends with them on Facebook. If you want to work for a certain company, friend all the people that work in the company, and then they're going to start seeing your stuff, and then they're going to start talking about it with each other, and boom, your name comes up.
Yeah.
Guerrilla marketing.
Yeah, and of course, this would be an example when, let's say you're at that point, you're not going to tell her at, Mrs. Marriott, oh, I'm happy to do that, but I need you to cover my travel too. Right? You're not going to do it in that case.
No, definitely not. Talk about a deal breaker.
That's a whole different paradigm.
But she did save my butt one day, because I was stuck on a lonely island with no airplane service out, and she gave me a room.
Aww.
So
Everybody with me? Poor Paul.
Let me get out the tiny violin. All right. Anyway, guys, I hope that answers his question. There is a federal rate per mileage. You should match that. Don't make my mistake. I thought this year it was still 57 cents. It's not. It's like 51. Check your rate.
Yep, it changes as gas prices fluctuate.
I would recommend figuring out what travel is going to cost and build it into your proposal. Just build it in the price. If you're uncomfortable with charging travel and you still need to build it into the package price. This comes back to why we talk about selling packages. But anyway, That's going to do it for us today. My name is Paul.
My name is Rob.
This is Ask Drone U.